Truth be told, I already wanted to make a video about Elon Musk and how he seemingly disappeared from the public eye, so recent events occurred at kind of a perfect time for me. Anyways, Elon announced that he is retiring from being a government employee. As my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Donald Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending. The Doge mission will only strengthen over time as it becomes a way of life throughout the government, and as you can imagine, all of the top replies are sucking him off. I don't buy for a single second that Elon isn't going to be, at the very least, still be a very influential force on this administration. I mean, the dude gave Trump's campaign over $250 million, and I have no doubt there are other shady financial deals between Trump and Musk. And Trump in general bends like a pretzel for billionaires because, you know, rich corrupt assholes protect other rich corrupt assholes. I'll only believe that this breakup is real if Trump goes nuclear on Elon and shit talks him, you know, like every other time a bridge has been burnt. And speaking of shit talking, that's precisely what I want to do towards Elon in this video, because this guy is a joke through and through. And I know I'm probably going to get some ass kissers in the comments saying Elon Musk is a genius, he has more money in his pocket than you'll ever see in your lifetime. And whatever, sound off. I usually get at least one of you every time I make a negative video about Elon, and you're all the same baby-brained NPCs regurgitating the same shit in defense of this doofus that I don't have to acknowledge. Anyway, I wish I was a fly on the wall for every time Trump and his administration would have meetings with Elon, because it's been pretty much an open secret that quite a few people in Trump's cabinet don't like Elon, and who can really blame them? He's been nothing but a PR blunder for this administration. It's not the fucking 2010s anymore, where he's seen as this stable genius akin to a real-life Tony Stark, or whatever the fuck these weird fanaticists used to say about him. He's now largely seen as the corny, petulant man-child he really is. Tell me, outside of course, blue checks on Twitter who will slob Elon's knob every opportunity they get because he throws a few pennies their way when their tweets go viral, who even really fucking likes Elon Musk anymore? I watched a video from a channel called More Perfect Union recently, where they had someone go to a rural dead-end town in West Virginia, so Trumpville basically, and they were asking the Trump voters there a series of questions, and one of the questions was, how do you feel about Elon Musk? And even these ride-or-die Trumpers were like, he's alright, I guess. I feel 50-50 on him. You would think these people would be enthusiastic and say, oh yeah, I love Elon, he's cutting the wasteful spending, he saved free speech when he bought Twitter. But no, they're not, because this dude is just plain fucking unlikable. If he had even a fraction of the charisma that Trump does, he'd be a superstar amongst MAGA. Because as I'm sure you know by now, MAGA loves a seemingly strong personality to line up behind. And if he was that, he definitely would not be shafted, or at least publicly shafted. Again, I have no doubt that he is still working closely with the administration behind the scenes. Because he'd be everything they'd want. Someone with deep enough pockets to throw huge sums of money their way, which he has done, and again, likely still is doing. And someone who can excite the base and build hype surrounding their preferred candidates. Which he fucking fails at doing. Look at the Wisconsin Supreme Court election from a few months ago. Elon poured millions into Brad Schimmel's campaign. He gave out $1 million checks to Wisconsin voters, which, in theory, winning over voters via bribery is illegal. But hey, this country has shown time and time again, if you have accrued enough power and money, you are above the law. He really wanted to make his presence known during this campaign. He even appeared with a fucking cheese hat on, because haha, Wisconsin is the cheese state. And then Susan Crawford, the Democrat, won by a wide margin. Largely because voters were turned off by how associated Schimmel was with Elon. He's obsessed with being the quirky, adorable billionaire, but he just doesn't fucking resonate with normal people. Most billionaires prefer to be in the shadows and pay people with infinitely more charisma than them off to promote their best interests, to make them palatable to the public, even if their best interests oftentimes are not the best interest of the public. But Elon is a special case. He is obsessed with being the center of attention. He expects the public to pat him on the back for even the most polarizing decisions, to put it lightly. My government agency slashing funding for cancer research? Yeah, I did that. Hey, federal workers who got screwed out of a job because of my government agency. Yeah, I did that too, just to let you know. Turns out regular people don't like it when a mega rich piece of shit is so openly influencing a presidential administration to do the bidding of other mega rich pieces of shit. And it was so hilarious seeing Elon go on a cry fest like a month or a month and a half ago, going like, why are people vandalizing Tesla dealerships and vandalizing Tesla cars? Why don't people like me? Because you decided to be the face of the oligarchy, fucking the working class over in the name of benefiting yourself and other people within the top echelon of society. I don't feel an ounce of fucking sympathy for you. You decided to be a spokesperson for everything that is hateable about billionaires, so own your position and own when the public inevitably scrutinizes you, which has already happened on a very large scale. But thank you, Elon, for being such a great refutation to the stupid idea that just because you have amassed a large amount of money, that must mean you're some kind of stable genius. That is on a whole other level than all of the peasants who weren't able to get rich. But yeah, fuck this man-child. I'm glad public sentiment has turned against him because I could never fucking stand him. I would say good riddance, but he is definitely going to try to wiggle his way back into the public eye, giving us more moments that elicit hardcore secondhand embarrassment, like wielding a chainsaw on stage at CPAC, running around with it, and making sounds like he's fucking 5 years old. And of course, I'm sure he's still tweeting like 500 times a day, but at least that I can ignore, because I don't go on Twitter anymore, and nor should anyone else with even a shred of decency. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.